So how long have you been doing this for?
5-6 years.
Yeah, we've
Well, do you
overdid
need
it
a
for...
penny,
Yes,
Margaret?
please.
Whoa. No, you don't want that. You want a penny.
Do you have a lot of fun?
Oh,
Yes,
We wouldn't do it if we
definitely.
didn't have fun.
Definitely.
They look after us very well. In one day we've counted up to £6,000. Not this year yet, but
No.
last year.
No. Could I have a 50 people?
Is it Margaret?
I don't know. I thought not anything.
Oh, it's Hungarian. It's
Yeah.
Magyar. It's Hungary.
So I'm Karen Dockera. I'm now the fundraising manager for Waverley Care, but I've been with Waverley Care for a very long time. I've just been celebrated my 25th anniversary with them, and has the joy of being the person who actually first knocked on the door of the Pleasance those 25 years ago.
When we first started, we were introduced to Waverley Care, and there was a hospice for HIV.
At the time, it was, I guess, a period where HIV was impacting a lot on the entertainment community, so I think it was a very relevant cause. We had our first benefit that year.
It was held in the middle of the courtyard. It was a pouring wet rainy day.
And we had Tom Robinson singing Sing If You're Glad to Be Gay. That very first year we raised £3,800, which was a phenomenal amount.
So I've worked as a volunteer for Waverley Care for 15 years. I volunteer to do bucket shaking, which I think is one of those rudimentary but unbelievably important functions of a volunteer for Waverley Care.
Yeah, bucket shaking's amazing. I mean, it has its ups and downs. I'd be lying if I said it was always easy, but it also gives us the opportunity to engage with people in a way that we just don't get the opportunity to do otherwise.
I mean, the amount of cash that we gather in August is always now in the region of £30,000, which is a really significant amount.
Every single year I'm astounded by the volunteers who come and help and raise that money. They shake their bucket in every single weather you like to imagine.
I just am so impressed by the Waverley people who are always out after the show with buckets.
One year we had somebody who poured a pint of beer in our buckets. When it's raining, we often have to take money back to the office and we have to dry it on towels before it goes through the counting machine. But this particular year we had to wash it and then dry it, so that was our money laundering year.
And to the team who count the money on a great big table, taking these filthy coins and counting them into little piles.
And they count £30,000 or more through a very small counting machine which looks like a chip fat fryer.
There's something warm about the whole exercise.
The money that has been raised over the years now tops £375,000. And that doesn't include what Ryan, the comedy programmer, puts on for us through the Tartan Ribbon comedy benefits.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tartan Ribbon 2015.
It's become a very firm part of the Pleasance programme.
There's a lumberjack shirt. Is that tartan? I remember when I was a lumberjack, I used to put on a different shirt after every tree. I was always chopping and changing.
And it's really interesting then you see people sort of years hence on the TV and think, oh, they did our Tartan Ribbon gig, in the early days. So it's a real history of comedy actually in many ways.
It really raises awareness of HIV and Hepatitis C in Scotland. People have all got the tartan ribbons on, all the comedians are talking about the work we do, so it's a fantastic profile for Waverley Care.
Things change and the management of the disease has changed.
Because it wasn't a hopeful, progressive thing. HIV was the devil, and now it is less.
Hi, I'm Naughty Knickers. I've just come off stage at the Tartan Ribbon Comedy Benefit at the Pleasance. For the past 34 years of my life, I have lived with HIV. And I'm officially a PWA, that is, person with AIDS. But I much prefer poof with attitude.
People living with HIV are living with HIV differently. It isn't a death sentence anymore.
We're working very much now around helping people to live positively with HIV and supporting people through hepatitis C treatment. So hepatitis C became part of what we do.
I think what's interesting in the relationship between the Pleasance and Waverley Care is they are two families, but for the fringe they become one family.
I think for me the really special bit is the longevity of it and the fact that over the years the relationship that we've had with all of the Pleasance staff has grown.
They're great friends and we believe very strongly and we're very proud of our association with them. The work that they do, the people that they support, is hugely valuable and continues to be hugely valuable.
You can see by all the things it does how valuable it is to Scotland. And we are just very proud and very privileged to be part of all that. And the number of these labels that you see on people shows exactly what is happening.
Anne, who makes all our tartan ribbons. So she makes 99% of the tartan ribbons that are out there on people's lapels through the fringe.
Not this one, that one.
They are made all over the world. So she's just come back from Canada on a train trip. She's been making tartan ribbons on a train trip.
And I've got lots of old ones on my dressing table from the years, because I always forget to take another one with me up there. So I have to go and put my money in the bucket all the time, and I can't get away with it.